Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. Today, we're talking about all the new aspects in Nature Incarnate. Before this set, the only aspects that existed were for the 4 original low complexity spirits. These aspects were like a balance patch for shadows, making the spirit actually playable, and for the other spirits, it created different and interesting variations to the spirit. So in my opinion, these aspects for River were a bit of a miss. Sunlight is just too weak, and Travel is just too strong. I never felt like Travel created any particular interesting or unique decisions. It just made you better at everything without a trade-off. The Earth aspects is like a sword and a shield. Okay, the sword makes them more aggressive and attack-focused, and the shield makes them more defensive and less capable of doing damage. I think they had pretty good execution, even if it didn't solve any of the core issues with the spirit. I think both of these were fun and accomplished their intention. In my opinion, though, the best aspects that came out were the ones for lightning. Pandemonium, Wind, and Immense are all fantastic. Pandemonium with the excessive amount of strife and fear, Wind turning this into a support spirit, and then Lightning taking the whole theory of the spirit and flipping it on its head. Instead of spamming minors, now you're slamming majors. I think they were all fantastic. As far as the shadow ones go, Foreboding is kind of the only one that I would ever play. But Reach, if I'm ever teaching the game, if someone wants to play Shadows, I only let them play Reach. It's simple, it's straightforward, it accomplishes the goals of the spirit. These other two, Amorphous and Madness, I really never consider. Madness you can do into France, but, you know, Amorphous just really never a reason to play it. It's just outshined by Foreboding and Reach. With Nature Incarnate, we have 20 new aspects, and no longer just for the low complexity spirits. All of the Wave 1 spirits received an aspect, as well as 3 from Jagged Earth. It's been 6 years since the game was originally released, so no matter how much you love and adore the Wave 1 spirits, they've probably been getting old by now, so a fresh way to play them is really nice. Leading up to the release of the set, I think I've actually been more excited by the aspects than I have been by the new spirits. If you'll allow me to get a bit hokey for a second, the more you play with a specific spirit, you kind of develop a relationship with them. As you learn their strengths and weaknesses, they become your dear friend. I know all of my friends who play this game have their favorite spirits, who they'll play endlessly and disregard the others. Getting an aspect for your favorite spirit is like your best friend returning from their semester abroad. You're so happy to see them and hear about how they've changed and grown that you disregard any stranger that could have been a new friend in the future. For me, 3 spirits that I love which got aspects are Lightning, Fangs, and Mist. But let's take a quick look at all these new aspects. So first, we have Haven for River. We have Sparking for Lightning, and Sparking comes with a new unique power. We have Darkfire for Shadows. We have Nourishing for Vital Strength of the Earth. We have Warrior and Tactician. We have 2 aspects for Thunderspeaker. We have Tangles for Green, which comes with a new unique card, as well as Regrowth for Green. We have Violence, and we also have Enticing for Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. Then on the bottom row, we've got Deeps, which is a 2-part aspect for Ocean. Spreading Hostility for Keeper. We have Unconstrained, and we also have Encircle for Fangs. We have Transforming for Wildfire. We have Locus, which is a 2-part aspect for Serpent. We have Mentor and Intensify for Memory. we have layer for lure, and we have stranded for mists. So over the next few days, I'll be putting up videos playing the aspects I believe most dramatically change how the spirit is played. During the Backer Kit campaign, I created a video for Unconstrained Fangs and Darkfire Shadows, so I will link those in the description. But today, we're going to start with Haven River. Alright, let's take a look at what this aspect says. So Haven River replaces the innate power Massive Flooding, and it doesn't take away anything else, meaning that we still have our Wetlands are Sacred Sites special rule. Okay, it's a fast power, range 0 from a sacred site, so keep in mind wetlands. And it says E is the highest uncovered number on your energy track. So on here we have 1 all the way through 5. And the first tier says defend E, defend based on how much energy we get a turn. Okay? In an adjacent land with your presence, defend E. Okay? In target land or an adjacent land with your presence, gather up to E Dahan. Okay, this is important, so if we're going to be defending without the Dahan, we don't advance the game forward, but now with this, we can actually advance the game forward, so that's good. And then it says remove up to E health worth of invaders. So the first thing that I'm seeing with this aspect is how few elements are required to actually hit anything. So we have 3 of our starting cards have sun and water, so obviously any one of them would be able to hit that first threshold. But that second threshold, we can just add wash away to any of the other cards, and then we also get this. So now we'll be able to defend 2 lands simultaneously. Some boards have 2 lands next to each other that are the same terrain, and this could be incredibly high value defending both of them at the same time. This next one lets us gather Dahan. In our starting hand, the only animal that we get is this River's Bounty. So this card by itself will defend and gather Dahan. So it's kind of a whole effect all by itself. And remember, this is fast. So we get to gather Dahan in fast, and it's kind of like, you know, Eyes Watch from the Trees, where so much of the power of the spirit comes from the fact that every defend includes Dahan along with it. This one card lets us do that as well. And the last one lets us remove invaders fast. We do not have 2 plant in our kit, but just Boon of Vigor plus any plant card will get us that. So with our starting hand, we do not have access to the penultimate tier, but we have everything else available to us. And just being able to defend in Dahan is a really big deal because the rest of our kit gives us plenty of control, a little bit of offense, but not having Massive Flooding, I think, will wildly change the way that we play the Spirit. If we go too tall, too big in a land, we won't be able to defend it. Whereas with Old River, you want to put every invader into one single land and then just blow them up in one shot. So I'm excited to see how this guy plays out differently. So let's play him in a random game. Let's take a look. We get Prussia, level 4. Okay, I believe we start in the high wetlands. And the opening explore will be wetlands. Okay, so this is a sacred site still, so we can do that. And because we care about elements more and card plays less, I feel like I actually want to start by going like this for my first turn. So let's give that a try. Make you a sacred site. And what to do? We don't need to play 2 cards this turn. So in fact, actually, I might just change my mind. And I'm considering just playing Flash Floods. That's it this turn. And if we do that, there's no reason to go for the second card play. So perhaps I go for the element, or sorry, for the extra card and only grow across top track. Let's try that. So we'll go here. And we don't have any other moon, but that is a water animal card, which will give us the Dahan Gather, and this will create more Dahan for us. We don't necessarily need more Dahan. This gives us access to Fear, which we don't inherently have as a part of our kit. This is Dahan Damage, which very well could be useful. We could use like a River's Bounty and then play Bat Scout in order to like gather Dahan in, add the Dahan, so there's 3, and then immediately kill a city. I don't think Here There Be Monsters is something we're interested in. Considering we already have Dahan Creation, and this doesn't really do anything on the board, I think I'm going to do Bat Scout because it gives us access to a completely different thing than what we normally have, and I can see it being very useful over the course of the game. Okay, so I'm thinking about using Flash Floods to kill this town here. Or maybe we play Bat Scout, kill this town, and then in this land, maybe we play Flash Floods. So we'll kill a town fast, and then maybe we go like top, give ourselves our defend 3 just to like survive the turn without taking a blight. Sure, let's try that. Okay, we skip this one, and then we get this, and exploring the jungles. Okay, Bat Scout will do 2 damage, kill the town, and time passes. So we could do Flash Floods going top, and then that would give us access to a defend 3. So then next turn, we could put a presence here and then defend that for 3 as well. So let's try that. So we'll go top. We will need a presence there, and maybe we'll put a presence here, just so now every land we have access to. Gain and pay. So we'll do 2 damage here, and then we'll use our innate to defend E. E is equal to 3. And there we go. Event. Okay, Years of Little Rain. Hey, I think we have some water cards. We need to close the gap by 3, and we only have 2 energy, so we have to discard a card and then pay an energy. I think Boon of Vigor is a safe one to discard. The only unique element it gives us is Plant, which we don't have the ability to reach this anyways. And we don't need the energy, so we can discard here, pay 1 energy here, and then get our Years of Little Rain to add a presence to a land with Dahan. We'll go here. Certainly going bottom track. The difference between 3 and 4 energy probably isn't going to make the difference, at least in the near future. Okay, and then Beast deal 2 damage, and then defend 1 per Dahan. Okay, that'll die. That's defended. Disease and town. Exploring sands wetlands. Okay. Time passes. So here, I'm thinking about just going bottom, and then reclaiming for a major. And if we were to do that, we will be defended for 3 in this land, which is nice. And then we can, let's see, we'd be able to gather some Dahan in, so we'd be able to actually clear this land. And then in the slow phase, maybe we gather two Dahan in this way, so that way we can counterattack there, and we can then, wash away this land, and yeah, let's try it. So we'll go here, and we'll go make a sacred site here, and I think we're just going to let this land go, so we'll let that go right there. Okay, fast phase innate. So we get to defend for 3, And then we can gather up to 3 Dahan in. I'm just going to gather 1. And I guess we can defend 3 in an adjacent land, so I don't know. We'll defend 3 here. Add a city to a coastal land with city. Oof. Okay, so we'll get a city here. Then we have to add a disease to a coastline with the most buildings, killing Dahan. And then we get to push a presence from Dahan and do 2 damage. So we can push this way and kill that town. Okay, Ravage. We're defended with Dahan, and that doesn't do enough damage. Sands Wetlands. That's a disease. Exploring the coast. We got the board D special. Wetlands right into coast. Great. And slow phase. What do we get? So I'm actually thinking about giving up here because we can do a defend plus an adjacent defend for 3. I mean, that wouldn't be enough to solve this land. Maybe I wash away here. Maybe we do something like a wash away here. We defend both of these so everything will die. That will close off access to the mountains. And then over here, we can River's Bounty. We might lose some Dahan, but it'll at least take care of itself, and like a Dahan Defend 2 type of event could also save us. And that gives us energy. Alright, time passes. Reclaim, gain an energy. So 8 energy and our whole hand costs like 3, so we're definitely swinging for a major. And what do we get? Flow like water is on element. We don't have, well, we do have this. That would allow us, you could just like drag a presence and then solve things, right? We could like drag 2 cities with that threshold. We have this paralyzing fright. We could just skip actions in this land since it is both ravaging and building. This is another skip, but just produces less fear. I think no matter what, we need to be able to do the defend and adjacent defend. So that locks us in to something along the lines of this. I think it's just the defend, adjacent defend. There is no plant here, or else we could use like a boon of vigor combined with the plant to hit our top tier of our innate. But I'm inclined to go for this paralyzing fright. It's just very, very good in solo play. Power Storm would let us repeat Flash Floods, which would do 4 damage here. Which doesn't solve anything. This card's always safe. Action skips are always strong. Actually, do I even want this Flash Floods? I guess I could kill this Explorer. I think this would actually be better served as a River's Bounty. So we net gain 2 energy. Actually, no, it's going to be a Boon of Vigor. Because we don't actually need the effects of the card. We don't need the element. So we're going to hold on to as many resources here as we can. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. Give ourselves 1 energy for fear. Skip actions in this land. And then we're going to defend for 3 in an adjacent land, defend for 3. Also, by going for the 4 fear, that gives us 1 more fear card to potentially solve this land. What do we get? Yeah, we definitely don't want to reduce defense by 3 this turn, so I think we just go top here. Okay, Beast in a city, 1 fear, kill the beast, sad days. We have plenty of Dahan, so 1,000 small struggles is fine. Defend 1 per Dahan, bam, perfect. Bailed out, we don't even need the extra fear card. Removes an explorer from an inland land. Okay, Ravage the sands, wetlands. Skip actions, build in the coast, and explore the mountains. Look at that. Look at that. We can just escalate like so, and then we get to skip an action. Sweet. So now we have wash away. So I'm just going to wash these guys away over here. So this becomes a single land. We could just give it up. Like, it doesn't really matter. Nice. We could go bottom, reclaim a card, and then play everything. And if we were to do that, what do we get? So we could do this. And we'd probably want to take the wash away to solve that mountains. Could do all of that. It gives us a defend for 3, which isn't sufficient, but maybe we get something like add a strife in a land with your presence, and then we flash floods the explorers. We could play to that out. I think we'd only get 1 fear card, but hey, we're playing to our outs. And then we could wash away this way, and then bat scout to do 3 damage. Well, just kill a town, but yeah, I think that's a fine line of play. So we go here, here. We're planning on losing a presence, so I'm just going to add another one so we don't need to later. And if we add a sacred site here, then I guess this land and now every land is adjacent to a sacred site, so we can do the sacred site defend, adjacent defend, or we would need to add a presence there. Yeah, we'll just add a presence here, so it's like defend, adjacent defend kind of thing. The only thing it gives up is this jungles. Okay, flash floods, killing 2 explorers. And then we're going to defend for 3. I don't think I'm confident enough to be willing to throw away some Dahan. So we're just going to hope to survive and not try and actually like win off that play. No invaders, no Dahan, gets an explorer. Okay. Beast kill, sad days. But we do get a beast. We get to add a beast to a land without one. So we'll go here. 3 Dahan, we do have that. We can use a slow power now as opposed to later. I think we're okay. Defend 1 in all lands. Yeah, wasn't going to cut it. So we get a blight. And we build and exploring the wetlands. That good old board D special. Okay, and let's wash away like so. River's Bounty will bring some Dahan in like so. Gives us an energy. Bat Scout, we can kill a town. And that's it. Time passes. Okay, we'll reclaim, gain an energy, go for another major. Okay, really we need to come up with a solution for here. So Walls of Rock and Thorn ain't it. Poison Land, probably don't want to Blight Cascade that. Venomous Spiders is another skip, but we already have a skip. So what's this? New power. Solidify Echoes of Majesty Past. Just want to target Spirit's lands. Defend 3. Add a destroyed presence. Skip an invader action. So it's another action skip, but it brings back a destroyed presence. So I don't think any of these really solve it. Maybe do Walls of Rock and Thorn. We can kind of like long term, like gather Dahan in, kick invaders in, and then just kind of wait for this land to come up. So I think we're going to do that. And I think Bat Scout can go. Okay, so we'll gain here. And if our game plan now is to get everything into one land and let it die, then we're going to want to do... Since we don't need to like worry about anything this turn, we can just prep. We can do like a wash away, River's Bounty, type of effect, 4 card plays. Next turn we'll Flash Floods, kill that. We can skip that. So maybe we just do like a Boon of Vigor here. This might be the last turn we play Boon of Vigor, and then we're probably just going to forget it for a major. So how about we do that? Give ourselves an energy, the defend, and all that. Yeah, we can gather 2 Dahan here. We'll target here, gather here, whatever. Invader phase event. Towns do extra. Beast kill explorers. Jungle or wetlands gets an extra Dahan. Okay, no fear. Ravage. Build. Exploring the jungle sands. Okay, this is our chance. We can try and make this a big thing. So we will wash away here. And Explorer comes with. River's Bounty. We'll take 1 from each of these. Go here. Okay. And now we're going to gain a major. Probably going to forget this Boon of Vigor. Ooh, this is a new one. Bombard with boulders and stinging seeds. Air Earth. We have an Air Earth card. And plant. We have this plant card. Hold on, let's see. Can we actually threshold that? So we go here, here, here. That thresholds this. That thresholds this. And then we just need a single plant, which we could get in the form of this guy here. Right? Because that's 2, 2, and 3. So actually, that could be our 4-card play, and we could threshold 3 majors and do the remove health. Remove, and we're going to go here, right? So we can get rid of 4 health worth of invaders with a defense of 4 that actually solves this land. Wow. Fascinating. Yeah, that's totally the play. So we take this, that means we can't forget Boon of Vigor. That's our reclaim 1 and play it. So instead we forget Flash Floods. These go away. Presence goes here, I think. Fascinating. This is cool. So we're thresholding 3 majors and none of them are water. And we're still getting value out of our innate. Innate is very flexible, and clearly we can go completely off element. This is awesome. So we'll gain an energy. We don't even have a use for Walls of Rock and Thorn. I just got super excited. What do we do with it? I think we just go here, do 4 damage. We get a Wilds and a Badlands. And an isolate, and then a defend. I'm not going to worry about the defend. But yeah, sweet. And then we can remove 4 health of invaders. So we can remove a city. Oh, that doesn't even solve that land. Well, maybe we just Paralyzing Fright it. Defend that for 4. And then we'll get 8 fear. I guess we Paralyzing Fright over here? Or do we play around the Cascade? I think we play around the Cascade, because we're taking 1 blight doesn't matter. Yeah, and yeah, so it's Defender 4. It skipped all that jazz. Okay. Maybe we should have Defended 4 here and removed everything, but bah, humbug. Okay, a new event. So each viewer chooses. Lose an energy and replace your most expensive non-unique power card in hand or discard pile with one of the same type. So we'd lose an energy, and our most expensive non-unique is none. So we just lose an energy, okay? Or add an omens token to the land without omens that has the most invaders, which would be here. Land number 2. After the Ravage step, next turn in each omen, 2 fear, invaders Ravage. Since we're already planning on defending this, I think that actually is actively good for us. So Let's do an Omens token. I'll just grab a energy token, I guess. That's our Omen. Looks just like an Omen. 1 damage per beast. Dahan defends 2, or Ravages do extra. Okay, so this is going to hit for 4, and it's a good thing we defended it because there is extra damage coming here. Okay, so we skip this action. Removes an Explorer town. Okay, we can remove this, and the extra damage is tied to buildings. So now this land is good. Strife in a land with Dahan. Okay. Gather an explorer to a building or a town into a land with city. We'll just gather our explorer here since we're hoping to double Ravage and let these Dahan do tons of work. Ravage the wetlands. Build the jungle sands. Exploring. After the Ravage up next turn. Not right now. Phew. Okay. Sands mountains. Okay, and then we get Bombard with boulders and stinging seeds. So range 2 from a mountain jungle, but can target on anything. So I think we're going to go for our high sands here. Fear 2 damage out of Badlands. And then we get Fear 2 more damage out of Wilds. Okay. Time passes. So this turn, we're probably going to use our Haven. Probably here, because it requires a sacred site, and then defend in the adjacent land, and then we need to protect that as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage coming down. Okay. I think we're good on majors. Let's just pick up a minor, any kind of 0-cost card, hopefully on element. Since we know we need you, and we need sun and 2 waters for that adjacent defend, we could at least do something like that. But what else do we have? That also lets us remove E, Health Worth of Invaders, which removes this city. So we kill that city. Hopefully we get Terror level 3, and that can be a victory right there. And we will not be able to threshold this, but in case we don't win, having 2 damage to kill a mountains stuff is important. So I'll hold on. So I think I'll play this for my last card. Now, in order to threshold that, I just need a air, which is not available. So, okay, we're not going to threshold it. We'll just take another sun water card. Just gives us more sun waters. Okay, here, give ourselves some energy. Here, we will target here and then adjacently go... No, we have to target here to remove the city. That's right. So we defend 4 and remove 4 health. Adjacent defend. And I don't want to gather any Dahan. Here, we get 4 damage, 10 defense. Okay, 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 defense is plenty. And that gives us an Isolate, Wilds, and a Badlands. Isolate, Wilds, and a Badlands. Event. I think we just end the game right here because we can immediately Ravage in a land with the most invaders that matches a Ravage card, which is here. So we'll just push 2 Dahan, I don't know, this way, and add a town to a land without a town, and then immediately Ravage. So it's fully defended. We immediately Ravage with 12 damage coming back, kills everything. It's a Terror level 3 victory. So there we go, guys. That is Haven River. We can see it's a completely different way of playing the Spirit. I'm actually really happy and excited to have this. I mean, when you're playing base River, like, this play was, yeah, I think it was these cards. Like, this would never happen in any other version of River. So it's really nice. It really makes me happy to see the same core kit being able to lead to a completely different play experience. I think Haven is an absolute success for this aspect. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day.